Hello friends. Pakistan's full name is the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, with an area of more than 881,000 square kilometers, with a population of about 227 million, making Pakistan the fifth most populous country in the world. And Pakistan is the second most populous Muslim country, after Indonesia. Pakistan is also the only Muslim country to possess nuclear weapons. In the region, Pakistan is the second country in South Asia, after India. These two largest countries in South Asia are directly adjacent to each other, through more than 3,300 kilometers of border, with many disputed areas. In modern history, Pakistan and India also witnessed fierce wars between both countries. During the period after World War II and during the Cold War, Pakistan was under great pressure from the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was right next to Pakistan and supported India and Afghanistan. Therefore, Pakistan at that time followed a purely American and Western path. Even Pakistan has joined two military blocs, the Middle East Treaty Organization, CENTO, and the Southeast Asian Treaty Organization, SEATO. For the US, Pakistan serves as a geostrategic location. Because it is close to the Soviet Union, China, India, Iran, and Afghanistan. Pakistan, on the other hand, lies on the corridor of major sea and land transshipment routes, traveling from energy-rich Central Asia and the Middle East to the population centers of South and East Asia. However, the situation changed when the Soviet Union collapsed in the 1990s. Pakistan no longer had many interests with the US. And Pakistan's nuclear program prompted the US to impose sanctions on Pakistan. At that time, Pakistan had to find another beneficial partner. And China is the most suitable object. China at that time was developing strongly and had a war conflict with India. While with China, Pakistan was one of the first countries to terminate official diplomatic relations with the Republic of China, Taiwan, in 1950. And recognized the People's Republic of China, China. As a result, Pakistan and China have strengthened their relationship, through bilateral trade and military agreements and mutual assistance. Currently, Pakistan is one of the few close economic and military allies of China. Maintaining close ties with China is a central part of Pakistan's foreign policy. Because China has provided economic, military and technical assistance to Pakistan, support for Pakistan on border issues with India. In the economic field, although it was a very poor country when it was newly independent in 1947 to 1948, but Pakistan has experienced economic growth. Although not high, it was stable, above the world average, for the next 4 decades. And it began to explode in the new century, when China poured money into investment here. According to estimates of the International Monetary Fund, in 2022, Pakistan's GDP is $347.7 billion, ranking 44th in the world. While PPP purchasing power reached $1.468 billion. Pakistan faces very high inflation, along with huge debts, making its economy very fragile. According to the Financial Times forecast, in 2022, Pakistan will be the second country in terms of default, just behind Sri Lanka. Pakistan's total external debt has nearly doubled, in less than a year. From $86 billion in June 2021, to $128 billion in March 2022. The massive loans put the public debt ratio above 71% of Pakistan's GDP. It includes domestic debt. Pakistan's total national debt is $280 billion, accounting for 94% of GDP. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor alone, CPEC, a set of infrastructure projects being built by China, since 2013 across Pakistan, to open roads from Xinjiang, Tibet to ports in Indian Ocean, has created a $64 billion debt of Pakistan to China. Excessive borrowing and high inflation, which is more than 21% today, make the debt situation worse. This causes the prices of consumer goods to skyrocket. In addition, the devaluation of the domestic currency also leads to the risk of serious foreign currency shortage. But Pakistan is an importer of staple foods such as beans, wheat, cooking oil or sugar. If this happens, there is a risk that Pakistan will follow in the footsteps of Sri Lanka when it does not have enough foreign currency to pay for basic imports, such as food and fuel. In fact, the economic crisis has led to political instability in Pakistan. Former Prime Minister, Imran Khan was deposed in April. And 3 months on, a unified solution to the political turmoil has yet to be adopted. The current government of the incumbent Prime Minister, Ahbaz Sharif, is a collection of many parties, with completely different views and goals economically as well as politically. To save the economy, Pakistan had to go everywhere for help. From strategic ally China to close Muslim partners like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, UAE, or organizations like the International Monetary Fund. And certainly, Pakistan will have to accept strict terms. Particularly in the case of China, China does not seem willing to support Pakistan comprehensively anymore. First, stemming from the decline of China's economy due to the pandemic, with the Ukraine war, China now needs to focus more resources to invest in the country. While Beijing is increasingly considering lending abroad. Because they found that some debtor countries are unable to pay their debts. In addition, political instability in Pakistan is also a factor that makes China hesitant about the next move. China has growing concerns about Pakistan's budget and security, analysts say. Despite this, China is still committed to providing the best possible support to its ally. The slow-moving projects of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, are also another part that China is not satisfied with about Pakistan. Implemented since 2013, but this CPEC plan is still incomplete. While China desperately needs the road from Xinjiang, Tibet to the Indian Ocean. Or China may be up to something. Because Sri Lanka is also a big debtor of China. But in the face of the country's debt default, China did not come to the rescue. Video ends here. Thank you all for watching and liking it. If you find the video useful, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to support us. Goodbye and see you again.